What's up, guys? Welcome back to Man Cave Collectibles, coming at you today with I don't really know what we call this video, to be honest with you. I don't know, is it a vlog? I've never done a vlog that I'm aware of. I guess toy hunting's kind of like a vlog, but anyways, I'm on my way to Target this morning, and I'm not really doing a toy hunt, but what I'm doing is I'm going to Target to try and pick up the Rogue and Gambit retro carded figures. So that is one item that we're going to cover in this video. But the really one of the main things, probably the most important thing, is this week marks my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. I have been on YouTube for 1 year. I want to say November the 27th was my very first video, and it was the Bebop and Rocksteady NECA 2-pack. I went out and picked it up. I actually got it right around release date. I was a very early finder to the NECA Rocksteady and Bebop 2-pack. And I come home and I said, you know what? I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna do a review video. You know, I had a couple buddies who were doing YouTube, and I was always a little bit nervous about being on camera or posting something like that, and I didn't really have any kind of social media presence, even in, you know, just in my personal life. So I said, you know, let's do a review video. Let's see what happens. So I did it, and I thoroughly enjoyed reviewing 2 action figures. I thought it was a lot of fun. The editing process was a lot of fun. Go back and check out that video. The channel has changed a good bit, I hope for the better, since that time. The editing and hopefully just the reviews in general. I can remember being very nervous, you know, trying to review two toys, which is kind of hilarious to me. But anyways, it's been 1 year, 2,100 subscribers later. The channel is really growing and doing well, and I really have nobody to thank but you guys, my subscribers, my supporters. I really believe that I have the best YouTube community in toy community on YouTube. I watch other guys' videos, and I see so much negativity in the comment section. And, you know, I don't know what brings that on, but we just don't deal with that on the channel. You know, I'm sure as we continue to grow, you're always going to have a troll here or there that wants to get on there and make stupid comments. But for the most part, we've just never dealt with that, and I appreciate that. Again, that's thanks to you guys and the positivity that you guys bring to the comment section and to the channel. And it really just kind of encourages me to continue to make content and continue to enjoy this hobby. And, you know, every time I make a video, my hope is that whoever's watching it, it just gives them 5-10 minutes, sometimes on toy hunts an hour, of just positive, you know, interaction with something, you know, that kind of can take your mind off whatever you're dealing with in life, whether it's, you know, the stresses of work or, you know, family or whatever. You know, we all deal with it. And, you know, for me, that's what YouTube is to get on YouTube. And, you know, I don't look at it as a job or a way to make money, or, you know, it's truly my hobby, you know, is doing, you know, what you see on YouTube is just me doing my hobby. I enjoy every bit of it, the reviews, the toy hunts. Even my kids and my wife enjoy toy hunting. You know, they ask me, you know, hey, Dad, are we going to do a toy hunt this weekend? They know they enjoy them because they typically end up on the receiving end of something on a toy hunt. They end up doing some toy hunting themselves and finding something. So, you know, it really has become just a fun thing for the family as well. But again, I want to thank you guys for that. Y'all have made it possible for me to have the YouTube channel and to keep it going. And you know, that positivity encourages me to continue to make content. And again, I hope it's improving over time. You know, I hope if you go back and watch that Bebop and Rocksteady video, comment on it. I'd like to know if any of you guys actually go back and check that thing out. I haven't even watched it myself in probably a year, so I need to go back and watch it myself and see, you know, how different that is versus, you know, the content that I'm making today. But anyways, we are going to run in Target and pick up Gambit and Rogue retro carded 2-packs. I'm going to try to get 2 of them, one for me and one for my buddy Zach Jack Dan. If you've kept up with the channel for a while, Zach Jack Dan is a good buddy of mine. He has a YouTube channel as well. It's kind of like a encyclopedia for all things, you know, Marvel Legends. Trying to keep this sun out of you guys' eyes. You know, Marvel Legends, things like that. So check it out, it's pretty cool. And then his son, Zach Legend, has a channel, I guess, kind of similar along the lines to mine. He does a lot of review videos, so check him out as well. He does a lot of good content. Both of those guys do. So check them out. But I'm trying to pick them up a copy or a carded figure as well. We always try to look out for each other when we're out and about hunting. So a lot of times when I pick up stuff, I may pick up 2 of them just so that I can have him one as well. But anyways, I'm rambling on. Really, the point of this portion of the video is to thank you guys for your support. The 1 year, 2,100 subs. We continue to grow. Couldn't do it without you guys. So I look forward to kind of the things we have to come in the future. We're gonna run on in Target. I'm probably not gonna do much recording in there, just because all I'm gonna do is run in and ask them to find these figures for me and bring them out so I can purchase them. So we'll do a follow-up when I get out of Target. All right, guys, we're out of Target, and let me tell you, that was a frustrating situation. So we did get Gambit, and we did get a Rogue. So mission accomplished as far as that's concerned. But let me just tell you real quickly about this frustrating situation. So I walk in Target, and, you know, obviously it's early. There's probably 10 cars in the parking lot. It's a Sunday morning, you know, nobody's really out and about, you know, on a Sunday morning at Target. So it's mostly employees. So I get back to the toy section, and there's a guy sitting on the floor, you know, rearranging something kind of right next to the toy section and electronics section. So I'm like, hey man, can you help me out? I go on the Target app, I show him both of these, and he kind of cuts me off before I can even tell him the story. And he's like, oh, those are going to be going out later today. You know, they just come in on the truck and they're going to be going out later today. I'm like, nah, these didn't just come in on the truck. I actually had these in hand on Wednesday here at the store, went up to check out, and the manager told me, and he cuts me off again. He's like, oh, well, they're going to go out later today. You know, regardless, they'll go out on the floor later today. I'm like, well, when I was in here on Wednesday, the manager told me I could come back this morning and get these because they were street dated. He's like, oh, I don't know about that. We'll have to ask somebody in toys. So without even asking somebody in toys, I just kind of assumed he probably was in toys since he was sitting right there kind of in toys / electronics. He tried to shut me down and basically send me home without even getting up off the floor. You know, he's just sitting there on the floor doing what he's doing. So we call over to this other girl, and she's kind of like, well, she's like, I'm not even sure these are here yet. And I'm like, no, they're here. So I actually get out my picture that I posted on Instagram of their floor display, and say, here's the display. Like, you guys had this out on Wednesday. Here are the figures. They're in the back. I spoke with the manager on Wednesday when they took them from me at the counter and said, I can't sell them to you. She said, you can come back on Sunday and get these. So she's like, okay, well, let me run back and see what I can do. So she goes back 4 or 5 minutes later. She comes back with them. So I was able to get them. So I said, well, hey, is there any way I could get 2 of each? She's like, well, no, you can't get 2 of each. They're exclusives. So it's a 1 per person maximum. She's like, however, you can come back in a half hour if you want to. We'll have them on the floor, and obviously you could get 1 more of each, and nobody could really stop you, you know. So that was kind of cool. At least she gave me that option, or kind of, you know, gave me that little morsel, that crumb, that breadcrumb. But man, just what an annoying situation. This dude sitting on the floor. You know, customer service is a big thing. I have been in customer service for many, many years of my working career. And, you know, that's just not how you handle it there. You know, you don't try to, you know, first off, either you're lying to me or you're just trying to tell me something to get me to go away, you know? So that was kind of disappointing to me as far as Target. I haven't really had that experience before, you know, and I don't know if it's the weekend help or what it is. But you know, that was disappointing there for Target to, just try to, you know, slough me off really and get me to go away. But, the toy person that I did get in touch with, she was very kind and she was helpful. But again, even upon my first discussion with her, she even tried to say, well, I don't really know if, you know, we have these to come out yet. And I'm like, well, could you check, you know? And she's like, yeah, at least she went back and checked and she come back with them. But that first guy, man, very, very frustrating. He, you know, wouldn't let me even finish a sentence to say, you know, hey, I actually had these in hand. I know they're here. But B, you know, was just trying to tell me, you know, like, hey, we're not going to get these for you. We'll put them out later, you know, and you can come back at a different time and get them. So I don't know if any of you guys work in customer service. I hope, if you're ever put in that situation, you will do better, than that. I know when I was in customer service, really all my high school years up until a few years after high school, I was in the customer service world. And, you know, it was just very important to me that the customer comes first. That's just the bottom line. And even if you don't have something, you know, even if you didn't think these should be going out, at least call the manager over and say, hey, these are going out today. Could we go ahead and give the guy one, you know? But just to kind of not even try to help me, that's pretty bad customer service, I would say, on Target's behalf. Especially when you got a guy who's in there buying stuff every week, you know, and I know that guy don't know that, you know, he's not able to keep up with who's in there and who's their regular customers. But, you know, really, regardless of whether it's somebody buying stuff every week or the guy that's the first time in there, they you know, you ought to be treated with respect and try to help them out. That's what you're there for. You're there to help that customer find what they need. So anyways, my rant's over. That was just frustrating. And it takes a lot to get me frustrated, but that kind of stuff for some reason kind of gets me on edge a little bit. But we got them. We're going to do reviews on them. So stay tuned to the channel for that. Again, thank you guys so much for the support over the last year. Hopefully many, many more years to come for YouTube for us. Lots of toy hunts on the way as we'll continue doing those, as I love doing them. So drop those comments below. If you guys deal with frustrating situations at these retail stores like that. Like I said, all the toy hunting I do, for the most part, I don't really deal with that, but that was frustrating on this Sunday morning to deal with an employee that didn't really have much interest in helping you out. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time.